with the wash una car. Na me with the cook no no. Na me with the wash una cloth. Na me with the work for your shop. Na me with the hug no no. I become a person for my happiness. So still be
This is the next step. Hello and good morning to you, dear listener. This is the next step, a program that focuses on the challenges in various industries and the way out. I'm your host, Barry B. Barry. Today we are going to analyze a method of informal education that has suddenly disappeared from our Igbo traditional society. That is what is popularly known as Nwaboi, a system of apprenticeship, a traditional higher institution that once produced business giants, especially among the Igbo tribe, but now it seems to be on the decline. With me in the studio are two special guests. I have Mr. George Eberendu, an expert in business strategies and analysis. And I also have Mr. Uche Suleiman, who is a successful entrepreneur, a product of the Nwaboi system. You're both welcome to this discussion.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for having me.
First, we'll be back after this commercial break. A system of apprenticeship that is popularly known as Nwaboi,
Which brings development, which brings empowerment, which brings economic advancement.
We should all make it a collective effort to reintroduce such traditional business theory, not just in the Igbo society, but to the entire world. So obviously you're a product of the system as well.
A traditional business mentorship and empowerment model.
Institutionalize a system of bringing up a new generation of businessmen. Business.
This is the next step. Welcome back. If you are just tuning in, this is the next step, your favorite weekend program on NBA 97.2 FM. And my guests are to shed more light on this topic, the decline in the Igbo Nwaboi apprenticeship system. You're all welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Nice one.
Mr. George, could you briefly educate us on what the Nwaboi apprenticeship system really is and how it worked in the traditional Igbo society?
Thank you very much, moderator. The Nwaboi system, or the apprenticeship system, is a traditional business mentorship and empowerment model practiced among the Igbo people of southeastern Nigeria. It is a system where a young person, in this case the apprentice, is taken under the guidance of an accomplished business person, an experienced businessman, the master who is referred to as the Oga, to learn the skills, discipline, and strategies of trade or business for a number of years. At the end of the training, the master settles the apprentice, usually with capital or goods, so that he can start his own independent business. This model is widely regarded as one of the most successful indigenous economic systems in Africa, and that is what we are using.
Wow, that's great. Mr. Uche, you are a product of this system, as we learned earlier. What are your experiences?
Thanks so much for having me once again. A good thing we are discussing this very important topic. As a product of a Nwaboi system in Nigeria, or particularly let me single it to the Igbo client per se, I will discuss it from the positive aspect of it because I benefited much from the Nwaboi system in a way that it brought me to where I am today. Looking at it generally, you will discover that if you are given opportunity to serve a particular master or a box, as the case may be, where it could be spelled right from the beginning, where it's either your father, your parent per se, or maybe your guardians in addition to your parent, to signify the fact that you are going to, or agree to the fact that you are going to serve this very box for certain period of time, after which you will be settled for your own, or after having properly tutored for the business, which definitely may not be the only agenda for having you as Nwaboi or an apprentice boy. But basically, to institutionalize a system of bringing up a new generation of businessmen. Business grew. And that is why I found myself to be successful among those who passed through this very system, because I enjoy my master tutelage, all of the discipline. Because of that, perfected the situation in sense that much respect, honors, every other privilege that bound for Nwaboi accorded to me by my master. Thank you so much.
That sounds a great approach. We'll be back after this commercial break.
Just keep breathing.
The decline in the Nwaboi system. A lot of young people nowadays no longer want to serve.
Just like me.
You cannot take away the fact that there are some masters that will cut corners.
You self not criminal.
The problem of the Nwaboi system is not just a blow to the Nigerian economy, it's the fading of a cultural heritage built on trust, mentorship, and societal development.
The peer group influencing the society.
The masters are no longer trustworthy. This is the next step. Welcome back. Let's hit the nail on the head. The decline in the Nwaboi system. There is a notion that a lot of young people nowadays no longer want to serve. Others say the masters are no longer trustworthy. Mr. George, do you agree with this opinion?
I quite agree with you, moderator. You see, in our days, when we were in this same position as Nwaboi, there was zeal, there was interest, and there was determination to succeed. What is happening to the youths of our time? What do we have today? You have lazy youths, like one of our leaders presented them as. You have people who do not want to work, but they want to make fast money. In our time, like the model of our own Nwaboi system is such that I was 7 years old when I was taken into the Nwaboi system. I served my master for 7 years, diligently, doing everything that can be done. Now, you cannot take away the fact that there are some masters that will cut corners. You cannot take away the fact that there are times that issues come up, family issues. But majorly, the reason for this decline is the laziness among the youths, the quest to make rich gains without actually doing any hard labor. Thank you.
So obviously you're a product of the system as well.
I am.
Great.
And I'm proudly so.
Great. So now, Mr. Uche, as someone from the younger generation, what do you think is pushing youth away from this Nwaboi system?
Thank you once again for having me. And I'll be looking at it from, in addition to what Mr. George had earlier made known to us, I will look at it from a very 4 key ways that I'm going to buttress my point on. One is area of trust. Today, area of trust, then we look at the peer group influencing the society, then the overzealousness, then what I will call the ingenuity of purpose. Finally, then the area of moral decadency that you can find in even within a family setup. In the first place, I talk of trust. From what Mr. George earlier pointed out to us, where some the youth today believe that some of the boss cut corner in sense that you will serve them diligently for a period of maybe 6 to 7 years, as the case may be, take to rounding off your Nwaboi system of serving your boss. You come to understand that your boys come up with a story of wanting to. All that is a makeup to boycott, not giving you a proper settlement. Then the peer group influence I saw in the society today, you find out that Yahoo Boys is in the system whereby most youth make their money overnight. And that influence, if you have a young child who grown up in a society whereby a lot of means of which you can never take away from our present generation, people join hands together, and in doing that within the system may influence their thought of doing this. This seems to be a backward deterioration.
The National Broadcast Academy, Ikeja, Lagos, announces another set of advanced courses in broadcast presentation,
broadcast production,
broadcast journalism,
broadcast engineering,
media marketing,
digital studio management,
and information and communication technology
from November 17th to December 12th, 2025.
Thank you very much. Sorry for the interruption because we just have to manage our time well. Mr. George, what does this decline mean to you?
To me, this decline is a kind of retrogressive empowerment. What do I mean by retrogressive empowerment? The youths are no longer productive. The decline is making this get-rich-quick approach to be predominantly what the youths want in our society. And today, you no longer have people, and it will also kill the style of Nwaboi system, which brings development, which brings empowerment, which brings economic advancement. So with all this, I don't think we are making a headway. Thank you very much.
Mr. Uche, do you agree with Mr. George on this?
Definitely, absolutely true with all the point Mr. George have made. But in addition, short additions to what I would want to say to this is the fact that if we will go through what we call institutionalizing the Igbo apprenticeship system, we'll get a long headway with it.
Thank you very much for being part of this discussion today, and it has been a very interesting one. To our listeners out there, the problem of the Nwaboi system is not just a blow to the Nigerian economy, it's the fading of a cultural heritage built on trust, mentorship, and societal development. We should all make it a collective effort to reintroduce such traditional business theory, not just in the Igbo society, but to the entire world. Very big thanks to my guests, Mr. George Eberiendu and Mr. Uche Suleiman, and to the listener out there. Shout out to the producer, Mr. Adoyi Raphael. I'm your host, Barry B. Barry. Thank you for listening. Join us same time, same station next week for another interesting episode of the program. Until then, keep keeping Nigeria better.